Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Big Time Talkers. I'm Brock Borton, joined by
Maisie Shear.
And just her. Ben and Tommy will join us later on in the show. But right now, this is Maisie's time to shine. This is all Maisie.
Aww.
Right now. Maisie, the floor is yours.
I would like to thank the Academy for absolutely nothing. I just thought Conor McGregor's little quote there would be funny, but it's been a pleasure. It's been a ride. There's been ups, there's been downs. It's been a roller coaster of emotions throughout the football season of last year. Tis moving on to bigger and better and brighter things. No, I'm just going to school. So, I mean, technically bigger and better things, but it's just school. CSP will still continue going as hard as ever. Tommy will be missed. Brock, he shall be missed. Even little Benjamin will be missed, even though I didn't even get to know him that much. But hey, he shall be missed. I would like to thank all the beautiful, weird people out there who come to hear my voice. Just kidding. Along with everyone else's. I appreciate everyone who has been following along and their input into this show. Been a real one. Been a real one with all y'all. And it has to be this time and this moment of life where I say, good be, everyone. Alright.
And to cut in from this sad, sappy moment that we're having here with Maisie leaving, it's me and Ben. Say hello, Ben.
Hello.
And
Hey, don't forget about me.
I was getting to that, and Mr. Tommy Haley.
Hi, guys.
Who
it's been a while.
has I think, if I read this right in his pre-draft report, an 11-inch penis?
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we're...
Who?
Yeah, Tommy. I found that out. Yeah, wow. Good for you, bud. Good for you.
It's really hard walking around with a third leg, you know? Tripod.
I'm surprised you never played catcher. You would have been very much more sturdy.
Oh, I did. It was very uncomfortable.
That's why they moved you to shortstop.
Nope. They moved me to second base.
Oh. Well, there's that too. Anyway, Royals. Just Royals.
Kids, man.
Let the kids play.
The kids are playing.
I know. A lot.
Vinny's going off, you guys. He has 5 home runs in the past 7 games.
He was voted Player of the Week.
In the AL.
He was voted AL Player of the Week.
So you know how at
Really?
the beginning of the
Let's
season
go.
we thought it was going to be Bobby who was going to be Rookie of the Year? Could it be Vinny?
It might be Vinny now.
I'm fine with that.
So here's the question: is there's an article I read from Royals Report. It's who will be the long-term answer at third base?
Bobby.
I'd like to say Bobby, but if you've looked, it's just been nothing but a revolving black hole of a door at third base. I mean, Emmanuel Riviera is in Arizona now,
Hitting bombs.
He's not doing too bad. He's hitting bombs.
and it looks like he's been doing pretty well. So
That's also a hitter's park compared to Kaufman.
that's very. That's true.
But I mean, I don't know, because in the system, Clay Duncan maybe. They're ever going to call
Yes.
him up. Unless
Who?
Clay Duncan.
I feel like that's a later down the road, though.
Not too far. I don't feel like he's that far off.
But I feel like we kind of have it. Oh, no, I dropped my phone.
No.
I just feel like Bobby has tapered off as of late, but I feel like you might be right, Brock. He might be the long-term answer. I wouldn't say long-term, but the answer we have right now for third base. So, there's that.
Also, some news here that I just saw. The following roster move was made. Hunter Dozier has been placed on the paternity list. And Mikael Garcia is back up from Omaha.
Oh, interesting. Congratulations on the paternity list.
Yep. You know what that
Congrats
means.
on the kid, Hunter Dozier.
Yeah, Hunter's got a kid.
You
Congrats
kid.
on having the sex.
Yeah, congrats on the sex.
Congrats on the sex. It looks like it paid off.
Yeah.
Wow, congrats to you.
Yeah, Ben and Tommy are jealous because they haven't experienced it.
There's nothing wrong with that, fellas, out there.
Nothing wrong with that. Just be careful of Andrew Tate, though.
Oh, God.
Good
You know what?
Lord.
That's a problem, dude. That's all I've seen on him. Some other guy, I don't know what his name is, but like sometimes he like has some very truthful points. Not like Andrew Tate, not to like the crazy, insano Andrew Tate deal, but like it's like Sneeko. I think his like name was like Sneeko or something like that.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen on my freaking For You page as of late.
I don't have TikTok, so I'm glad I don't have to deal with that.
Same here.
Bless your also souls. And they'll still get the occasional funny.
Ben, I just sent you something on Twitter.
Well, but I was going to say, there was some other Royals news that was announced today.
Yeah.
If you guys would like me to talk about that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Royals reliever Amir Garrett is taking his 3-game ban these next 3 games after the thrown drink on a White Sox fan from like last week.
Yep.
Here's the thing. It's like I saw the video and then I was like, oh, okay, whatever, and then I just completely forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. And then also, there's been a new nickname going around, or at least from this one website for Pascantino. That is not the Pasquatch, which that's also a pretty cool name.
Is it the Dong Father?
No,
Oh.
they're calling him my cousin Vinny.
Ew.
Yeah.
From the movie.
Ew.
Yeah. That.
Ew.
I mean, it's not like catchy or something like one-worded or whatever, but it's like I
do you
get that
mean?
reference. I respect the reference.
I like the Dong Father better than that, but okay.
I like the Dong Father, and I also like the Italian breakfast.
Pasquatch is the best, though.
Yeah,
But Pasquatch, though, it's like kind of the official
Pasquatch
name
is so good.
Do
I
they
mean, if
make
Alec-
merchandise for that?
It's official. That's his nickname.
Yeah. If Alec Lewis tweets that out, yeah, that's how it is.
Also, I watched this. I guess the Rose came out with like this podcast, their own podcast called like the Homestand.
Oh boy.
And their first person they have on was Ryan Lefebvre. I highly recommend you go watch it because it was really good.
So what you're saying
Yeah.
is there's an opportunity for us to get hired by the Royals to do their podcast?
No. I just shook an 8-ball and said signs point to no.
Damn it.
So,
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
One day, Duncan. One day.
One day.
Who are you talking to on that?
You.
Well, Ben's last name's Duncan, so...
You confused there, buddy?
Slightly, weren't you?
I forget. Yes, Brock.
I mean...
One day, Brock. One day.
There you go.
We'll
Let's
get there.
say, Ben's here, so I mean, like, I don't know who the
With Ben.
you're talking to.
We can't. So, yeah. But yeah, no, I believe with the line. So as of this recording, they just lost to the Twins 4-2. But there was no person. The only old person on the lineup was Salvador Perez.
Didn't the Dong father hit a home run?
Yes, he did.
He did.
Dorime. But here, hang on. Hear my pitch for him to be the Dong Father. His nickname's the Dong Father. His walk-up song is the Godfather theme.
No, it wouldn't be the Godfather theme. It'd have to be the theme from The Sopranos. Has to be. That makes the most logical sense.
Okay, what if his home run song was the Godfather theme?
That would be fine.
Okay, then I think we can agree on that. The Godfather theme has to be in there in some way. Because...
See, so, here's the thing. If he was like a pitcher, like a closer, say if he was like a pitcher instead and he was a closer, then that would be totally fine.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like Narcos for Diaz?
Yeah.
Which is available on Spotify, by the way. I've listened to the whole song multiple times. Have either one of you listened to the whole song yet?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? Everything was cutting out on my end.
Narco. Diaz's pitching entrance song.
Oh, you mean Narco?
Edwin Diaz of the Mets?
Yes, have you listened to his song? His walk-up
Oh, yeah, that song is hard, bro.
Dude, the actual song is available on Spotify. Oh!
You might send in a link, because is it the theme from Narcos, like the
No.
show on Netflix?
No, it's a song. Hang on.
But I saw a video of it the other day, and it goes hard.
It is Narco. It's by Blaster Jackson, Timmy Trumpet.
Oh, I was like, Narco. I'm like, you mean the show from Netflix? Or is like the song from me?
No.
Or is it the song from Netflix?
Yep. No, it's not that. But that just made me realize, man, the Royals, like, Barlow needs a song that, like, gives you chills when he walks out. But I don't know what it would be. Because, I don't know. What fits Barlow's vibe? Oh, God. What does that mean, Tommy?
Where'd you get that?
Huh?
You've never seen that? You've never seen that where the dude literally has a credit card and he's just like, he has it hold open, he's just freaking slamming the table?
Oh, yeah. About the shirt?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I posed the question about what Barlow would come out to that fits his vibe.
Got Barlow?
Yeah. Because he's
I
the
don't know, that's
closer.
a great question.
I don't know. It's got to be like some Viking song or something. I don't know.
A Viking song?
Yeah, just like, you hear like, I don't know. The theme from Vikings. I don't know. Scott Barlow. Who knows?
I don't know what it would be.
Ben, got any ideas for Scott Barlow? What his song would be?
I don't know.
Hang on,
I'm trying to think of some song that would go really hard.
I'm looking up what it is right now. Hmm. Hang on, I'm looking it up. Well, it apparently does not exist. He does not have one.
Who?
Scott Barlow.
What does he not have?
He does not have a walk-up song. Or like a song to come out of the pen. Because I think the Royals just do the generic song altogether. No, wait. He has a song. It's The Waltz by Left Lane Cruise. I don't... What is this?
Deacon Destroy would be a good one by Metallica.
That's kind of overplayed, I feel like.
What about Fade to Black? That's very rarely even played.
I know, but still. Like Metallica in general.
Master of Puppets.
No, stop. Look, stop. I love that song to death, but it has been so...
Jimmy John's.
Overplayed, yeah.
Stranger Things has not almost ruined that song. I still love Metallica, but we should have... Metallica fans should have kept Metallica because of certain songs and actions of a certain past member did. I would just leave it at that because,
Okay, I just listened to his song. Okay.
Did just that metallic or just bland?
It's like... I don't know. It's alright.
Would Battery be a good one?
By Metallica? I guess.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm sending you all of the Royals walk-up songs. And we're gonna... You know what? We're gonna do that right now. We're gonna rank all their songs.
Can you post Edwin Diaz's thing in there, though, so we can listen to it?
Narco? Yeah. However, this is very out of date because they don't have any of the rookies' walk-up songs.
Yeah, no, they don't.
So... Which kind of sucks, because,
Why is it only these players that have songs? Like,
I
that's
don't know.
the only...
It's the only ones that they have.
It's the most generic one I've seen from Brad Keller. Whatever It Takes by Imagine Dragons. So bland.
Look at Salvi's song, by the way.
Yeah, and it's a Bad Bunny song. Whatever.
Look what the name of it is.
Yes, I know. I saw the name.
It's about...
Yes, I know. It's about frickin' Booker T.
Booker T. He's the five-time.
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 Someone should have Smoke on the Water.
Ooh, that would be a good one.
Ooh, that'd be good for one for Barlow, actually.
No. Because Barlow's like the final boss. Like, Smoke on the Water's gotta be like...
You know what's funny? I was thinking, of a closing thing, if you're a closer in baseball and all that. Wouldn't it be funny? I thought of one, it'd be Symphony Number 9.
He comes out to Walter's theme.
Could you imagine Could you imagine a pitcher, and could you imagine you're going out to bat, like you're about ready to hit, and then the closer comes out, and you hear, da 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 da.
Dun, 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 dun. Why would you want them to use your theme, though?
I don't know. I was just like thinking, like I was like going somewhere, running errands, and I just thought of that, and I was like, that would be pretty sweet if they actually did that.
Yeah. All right,
Okay,
Ben,
I
you
was
wanted
like-
the link. Here's the link.
Why can't I find this boss music?
What do you mean, this boss music?
I'm looking for a certain video games, like certain boss music.
Oh, well, we couldn't hear it over Discord. If you're trying to do it on your laptop, you have to do it with your phone.
No, I'm still I'm searching for because I forgot what the character name.
Listen, I just want someone to come out to some ragtime blues.
Oh yeah, there we go. Found it. Let's go.
Okay, thank you, Tommy, for clarifying. I'm like, what? Am I missing something here?
But that's what like the actual characters, like one of the characters.
I know. Ooh, what if
I know
Barlow...
people can't see her Discord. I know people can't see her Discord, but I gave Brock a immediate panic attack with what I just typed.
A little bit. What if Barlow came out to bury the light from Devil May Cry?
Ooh.
Bury the light.
Yep.
Or standing there for Metal Gear Solid Rising.
Ooh.
Oh, what? No, there's the Devil May Cry 5. There's the one guy's theme that just goes hard. It's like 9 minutes long.
Oh, every song in that part.
Or what if he comes out to Davy Jones's theme from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Dude, that would be awesome.
Okay.
That'd be awesome if any freaking pitcher did that.
It would just feel like it's over. It's over. Someone's dying.
Listen to like the 30 seconds of this.
Oh, all right. I gotta pause.
I have it starting for you guys at 1:30, but listen to like the 2-minute mark or whatever, because this section is really nice.
I have to pause the recording real quick to do that. I mean, it's okay. It's not a good pitcher theme. What if Barlow came out to Mega Man's theme? He just starts walking out to that. That'd be pretty cool.
What about that Iron Man theme?
Nah, wait, the actual one?
Wait, the one by Black Sabbath?
Or
Yeah,
no?
I think
I
don't know.
I thought you were going to talk about the one that Marvel did, which is actually kind of sick.
Oh, then yeah, I guess that one. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find it. Okay.
The niche one, but would be pretty cool.
20-second mark. Listen to the song I just posted. Tell me that wouldn't be a perfect theme for a pitcher.
Be a good one.
Wait for
Unfortunately, I would like to put a disclaimer here. Unfortunately, due to copyright standards, we cannot play any of this because it would get immediately taken down by YouTube.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not letting it be played.
Yeah,
Nice.
that and their copyright stuff and their takedown stuff is complete ass.
Ooh, what about a Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC?
I don't know. I feel like that's an overdone one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought this one, because it's a pretty underrated song from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I will say, looking at the list of Royals players with their walk-up music,
There's
I,
not a
res-
lot
I'm
on
respe-
there.
I respect Nicky Lopez going with Post Malone.
Yeah. I don't know. Hot Stepper by for Ryan O'Hearn. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, how does Carlos Hernandez have a walk-up song, but
Well, pitching.
Bobby doesn't have one?
I think this is what they chose at the beginning of the year. I don't know, because I love Brady Singers, because I still listen to Brady Singer's actual walk-up song unironically by myself.
Yeah.
Wait, how are y'all seeing those? What the hell?
It's in your email, Brock.
You
No, I'm in the wrong email. Account on my phone, so that's why. Anyway, continue. Keep talking about the...
But, I don't know, I miss, seeing, like, Lorenzo Kane being, like, 1738 for his walk-up song. Good old 2015.
Oh, there it is. Hey! I'll send that picture to y'all.
But, I don't think I've listened to Nicky Lopez's, Kyle Isbell's, and Brad Keller's, but everything else, I don't think I've heard any of them.
God, what did you just post, Tommy? Screw y'all. That is... I can't even write these. I wish I did. That'd been great. I would have been like F, F, F. Everyone gets Fs. I get an A+. Team strengths. Wow, my team strengths are Matt Prater.
Oh, should we talk about some football stuff now?
Yeah. We should.
Ball!
What?
Football!
Oh.
I was gonna say, first thing I saw this morning
What did
was
it sound like on your end?
Bull. It sounded like you yelled bull. I'm like, what the hell?
Ball!
Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm like, what the...
But
Okay,
first
Tommy's
thing
pissed
starting
about
right
something.
off the bat this morning, the Chiefs cut Lonnie Johnson. And I've been hearing rumors that running back Ronald Jones might be on the chopping block next.
I just
Really?
realized...
With Isaiah Pacheco being so surprisingly good.
I just realized something. Sorry. We haven't released our B-card draft spectacular. I just realized who the first overall pick in the draft was.
Yeah, did you not realize?
Not till now.
Who was it again?
It was Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
So
I was literally
whoever this is did that to spite me.
Wait a minute. I know.
Wait a minute, what, Tommy?
I think I know what it is.
Well, it's not your
I know,
brother.
It's not. No, it's not.
Is it your dad?
Not my dad.
No, that's not him.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go down to pick number 8. I'm well aware who that is.
Can't really check the draft. No.
Let me put it this way: the team president's name for the Sarbacks Yeah. I'm well aware who that is. So no, that was a listener of the program that did that. Who's a Chiefs fan?
Man, they must really just want to mess with you, Brock.
They do.
You know what's funny? Is I think they actually had their first pick on auto, by the way.
No, they were there by that point.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I feel like it was. I feel like it was on auto.
Well, that wasn't even the top player to pick. So... Anyway, back to football, not the BC FFL. We'll talk about that at a later date. Even though for us that just happened. Anyway, football. Talk about it, you two.
I mean, it's preseason, so preseason has started. You know, Hard Knocks has started as well.
Rosters have to be down to 85 players by Thursday.
So I watched. Did you guys?
We will be seeing players getting cut throughout these next few days.
Did you guys watch Hard Knocks? Are you guys ever watch Hard Knocks? Do you guys have HBO Max?
No.
I do not, and I've never watched that show before.
Really? How do you guys not have HBO Max? It's like one of the cheaper streaming services out there right now.
Because beyond The Sopranos and Hard Knocks, I wouldn't watch anything on there.
They have the freaking B-movie on there. They got Jimmy Neutron on there as well. The movie, not the TV show.
Say, I have the whole TV show on DVD.
Yes, I know.
Tommy, all I'm gonna say is all you need is Crunchyroll Premium and you're good.
Yeah, no, I need to redo. I had Funimation, but I need to redo it so I can Crunchyroll and all that. Either way,
Or getting yourself a Netflix or Disney Plus and you're good.
I already had Netflix and Disney Plus. I had that when Disney Plus first had it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Hard Knocks. Dude, I love Dan Campbell.
Bite
It
your
took
knee
Hard
off.
Knocks for you to figure this out?
No, I love Dan Campbell. No, it's just cemented that I love this. I love that man. I would run through a brick fucking wall for that man.
Yeah, you would.
Plus, he did a D's nuts jokes at the end of the episode, and that was just hilarious.
So, for your article that you have to write, because you haven't written one for a while, I want you to write a recap of Hard Knocks every week. Because I feel like you actually enjoy doing that. Sound good? He has muted himself again.
Wait, there he is.
Yeah. He's realized that I'm still calling him out on it. That was probably him just yelling the F word.
No, this is me yelling the F word.
Oh, God. There it is. Yeah. 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 Anyway. Tommy's still yelling it. Or sneezing. Probably sneezing. He has a big nose. So
Totally was sneezing.
Yeah.
Totally was sneezing.
Uh-huh. Anyway. How did y'all teams do in their first preseason game? All of us lose?
We lost to the Bears.
All of us lose?
I think all of us lost.
Yeah.
But then again, I would like to say this. It's the preseason.
Yeah.
Even the Patriots lost.
Yeah.
Bro, all I need is the Ravens to lose so all their fans can shut up for a minute.
Yes, please. I want them to lose.
Because they've won 21 straight preseason games and they won't shut up about it.
I don't know who they play next. So.
I mean, they're never going to win a Super Bowl, so they got to talk about something.
Damn.
Yeah, I went there.
Damn. I don't know. They play the Commanders in the preseason?
No, they played the Titans.
No, do they? Not did they.
Oh, I saw an interesting graphic that showed up for the Broncos preseason game the other day, if you guys want to talk about that.
Josh Johnson?
Yeah.
Bro, how many times do you see the Mountain Lions on there?
Wait, say that. Wait, hold on. What?
I sent it.
The Mountain Lions from the UFL.
Oh, yeah, this. You want to talk about a journeyman player?
Yeah, that's an understatement.
The definition of journeyman is the first thing should be Josh Johnson. Professional football player.
Professional quarterback.
Let's see, because I'll just go through so our fans can figure out just how crazy and interesting this Josh Johnson quarterback backup for the Broncos is. But he started his career with the Buccaneers from 2008 to 11. Then he was on the 49ers in 2012. Then he was part of the Mountain Lions of the UFL in 2012. He was part of the Browns in 2012 as well. He spent 2013 with the Bengals, 2014 with the 49ers, 2015 with the Bengals again, and the Jets, and the Colts, and the Bills all in 2015. He went through
4 teams in 1 year.
He was with the Ravens and Giants in 2016. He was with the Texans in 2017. He was with the Raiders, Commanders.
Got
And
him!
the word.
Got him!
And the word.
The Commanders, the Fleet of the AAF, all in 2018.
San Diego
Then
Fleet.
The Lions in 2019. Then the Wildcats of the XFL in 2020.
Los
then
Angeles.
The 49ers in 2020 and 2021. The Jets and Ravens in 2021. And then he's currently now on the Broncos.
Hot damn. He started his career in 2008. He started his career in 2008. How many quarterbacks were still in the league that started their career in 2008?
I'd never even heard of this guy.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of this guy either until I saw this.
I think I remember him on the Wildcats in the XFL when they played against the Battlehawks, but that's it. But yeah, good lord.
And I thought, Ryan Fitzpatrick was the ultimate journeyman.
Yeah. Ryan Fitzpatrick ain't got nothing on Josh Johnson.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
4 teams in 1 year.
I'm debating if I'm trying to figure out would that just have been just all practice squads probably.
Maybe.
I don't know because I couldn't see someone switching between 4 teams by being anything more than a practice squatter. But who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, that 15 Colts team was kind of weird, so he may have actually been on the roster.
Maybe. Oh, also, we are less than a month away from the season kickoff.
Thank God.
It's still it's Rams Bills, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Thursday night, Rams versus Bills.
Hey, Ben, you know what's 2 weeks away? College football.
College football. Let's go.
Which is my segue to the AP polls for the preseason being released finally.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That came out today. Let me guess. Alabama's number 1.
Oh,
As
you
usual.
guessed it. Are you ready for the other 24?
I know the top 3 teams
What?
in
Let me guess here. Let me guess
number
the top.
20.
Let me guess
Okay,
the top.
guess it.
Alabama,
Yep.
Georgia, Ohio State.
You got the teams correct, but wrong order.
Yeah.
Oh, Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia?
Yep.
Yes.
Huh.
So here they are in order. Number 1, Bama. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Georgia. Number 4, Clemson, because yes, after they were unranked last year, let's put them at number 4.
I got number 20,
They're
Brock.
gonna finish, that means they're going to finish unranked by the end of the season and then be ranked number 2 next season.
Number 5, Notre Dame. Number 6, Texas A&M. Number 7, Utah. Number 8, Michigan.
Let's go.
Number 8, Michigan. Number 9, Oklahoma. Number 10, Baylor. Number 11, Oregon. Number 12, Oklahoma State. Number 13, NC State Wolfpack. Number 14, USC. Number 15, Michigan State. Number 16, Miami. Number 17, Pittsburgh. Number 18, Wisconsin. Number 19, Arkansas.
I got number 20.
Yep.
Number 20 is Kentucky.
Number 21, Ole Miss. Number 22, the very disrespected Wake Forest. Number 23, Cincinnati. Number 24, Houston. And number 25, BYU Cougars.
Man, we all love Cougars.
Not like Zach Wilson,
Yeah.
though.
You beat me to it. Damn it.
Zach Wilson, though.
Others
Zach Wil-
receiving votes: Tennessee, Texas, Iowa, Penn State, LSU, Fresno State, Minnesota, UCF, Purdue, Mississippi State, Auburn, Kansas State, Florida, North Carolina, Boise State, Appalachian State, Air Force, South Carolina, Utah State, UCLA, San Diego State, and Nebraska?
Yes.
Wait, so how does LSU have
I said
a
the
ranking,
same
but
as
Mizzou
as
doesn't?
Nebraska fan. I said the same exact thing. I'm like, who the hell would vote for Nebraska?
Who are you?
I know they got one vote.
I do
but,
like in
I'm
this coaches poll at number 17, Texas and they have a first place vote.
It
Huh?
fails.
Huh? And
You know what's funny?
hang on. I want to just read off the others receiving votes for the coaches poll. I'm not going to go over who they have ranked and everything. I just want your reaction to all these teams I'm going to read off in the others receiving votes. Iowa.
In
the coaches poll. Iowa. Thoughts?
Okay.
Penn
Well,
State.
didn't Iowa do decently well last year?
Yeah, they're in the Big 12 Big 10 championship. Penn
Yeah.
State.
Sounds good to me.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
BYU.
That's usually one of those teams that's up there, isn't it?
Yes, sometimes. LSU. I'll just burn through this because it's a lot of the same ones.
I'm confused. I'm confused with the LSU because they're still not back to what they were in 2019.
Auburn.
Yeah.
Auburn.
What?
The team that is picked to be last in their division.
I don't know, man.
UCF. North Carolina, San Diego State, Fresno State, Mississippi State, Florida, Air Force, Utah State, Appalachian State, Boise State, UCLA, Minnesota, South Carolina, Kansas State. All right, here are the ones that were not on the other ones, or not on the other poll that were receiving votes. Army. Iowa State. SMU.
Okay.
Purdue. Coastal Carolina.
Let's go the Chancellors or whatever, right?
Chanticleers.
Yeah.
Louisiana.
Bourbon Bowl bound, let's go.
The best team in the state of Oregon, Oregon State. UTSA. And these are the real reasons.
Roadrunners?
The real reasons are these final two here. Louisville and Florida State. Who
What?
was voting
What?
for Florida State and Louisville? Was it the same person that voted for Nebraska?
No, because they voted for Nebraska, bro.
What? Huh? What?
I don't know. It's the but it's the coaches poll.
I know. That makes it even more curious.
Man, some of these guys must be on something, dude.
Jesus, they have some of these teams on here, but not Missouri in the rankings. Like, what the fuck? Okay, sure. Ugh. Just whatever. The FCS poll came out. I don't think anyone wants to hear it, but Missouri State is number 8 on that list. So.
That's cool.
Yep. Jackson State, number 17. So, there you go. Division 2, Northwest is number 2. So, Northwest Missouri State, number 2. In Division 2 college football. In the rankings. That's, I think, it for all the local schools. I guess technically Nebraska Kearney's local-ish. Kind of. But there you go. Thoughts on all those rankings? And who's the biggest snub? Who's the biggest snub and who shouldn't be on there?
Missouri. Missouri should be on there.
No, we shouldn't.
Oh.
Football, that's all Tommy's saying. The one that shouldn't be on there at all, USC. Can we all agree on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
USC at 14, what the hell? They should be in there, and Iowa, they shouldn't be in there, and Iowa should be. So, I don't know about all that bullshit, whatever. So there you go. That's debate with the Tommy. Now back to me, Ben, and Maisie. Tommy, say your goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Hope everyone has a good day. I know I can't be here for Macy's thing, but it was fun while it lasted, and I'd like to say good luck in school, Macy.
Just all right. You're gonna cry otherwise.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
yeah, you were. I
No
could hear it in your
tears.
voice. I could
shall
hear it
not
in your voice.
cry today.
I heard it.
Maybe
in your
another
voice.
day, but not today.
We do have a top 5 that me and you are just gonna do. This was suggested by you. I opened it up for you to do as your final top 5 that you'll do with us. And what was that top 5?
The top 5 is... Drum roll, everyone. I will pretend you are drum rolling. Anyways, tis top 5 favorite bands. And it can be any bands. It doesn't have to be a certain genre or anything. Any band.
Indeed. Well,
Indubitably.
it is your list. I will let you go first.
Oh, okay. So, my number 5. I mean, all my top 5 should not be any, surprises to anyone, honestly. But my number 5 is A Day to Remember. Why, you may ask, or presume to ask? I don't know, just been there since high school, hit the feels, in those low lows of high school and stuff, You want to feel like the world is against you. You listen to A Day to Remember.
All right. My number 5 is a country band. It is the Zac Brown Band. Because they don't just stick to country music. They have done rock. And not just rock, metal. Their covers of Enter Sandman and several other songs are out there on YouTube. Go listen to it, but just overall, their music I find myself listening to a lot. I cry every time I hear...
Really?
I cry every time I hear Colder Weather. So...
I really didn't know that they did other covers then. Because, like, I've only heard country music by them. But that's very interesting.
Yep. You're number 4.
My number 4 is Blink-182. It's one of those
If Tommy was
punk
here,
rock bands.
yeah. If Tommy was here, he'd be wanting to punch you in the face.
Why?
He hates all the small things.
Okay, that's the one song that's overplayed by them. But have you listened to any of their other songs?
Tommy's the one who said he would want to punch you. I wouldn't. I'm fine with Blink-182.
I know, but I'm just saying they have other songs besides All the Small Things.
Yeah, I mean, that's
literally just.
For.
Well, yeah, but it's just literally one of those songs that has been ruined by white people who overplay it too much.
How dare you?
I know.
Calling yourself out.
But it is. I rarely ever listen to that song. Ever. Because it's so overplayed.
I will say it is on my punk playlist, but it's on that list with like 19,000 other songs, so.
Yeah, I don't even have it on my playlist because I know how overplayed it is.
Yeah.
But Blink-182 has been around with, like, for me, listening to them. I've been listening to them for a while. Ever since, like, probably almost middle school for me.
That's a while. We are old. We are very old.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I still had dial-up internet when I was a kid.
Really?
Yep. I still had a VCR until middle school.
Yes. Well, yes and no. My VCR was down at my dad's, so.
Yeah. My number 4, which had this been a year ago, might have been my number 2, is Sabaton. And for those of you who don't know, they are a Swedish metal band that sings about history. So you got my stamp of approval, and the songs are awesome, so. Because I'm major history nerd. As I think it's been well established on the podcast, it may not be well established. I don't know. So, but that was going to be my major if I was to go to college. Was going to be history.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about, like, our top 5 favorite subjects, so.
No, we have not, for a good reason. But
Yeah.
that's that. If I had stayed in college, that's what my major would have been. Would have been a history major. So. Yep, that's my number 4.
Alrighty. My number 3 is Bring Me the Horizon. And people always, like, ask me, they're always like, well, people I know and, like, talk to about bands and stuff with same music taste, they're always like, well, what kind, like, which, like, age or album of Bring Me the Horizon do you like? And I'm like, honestly, I like all of them. I like the fact that they mix up their music, like, I like that the albums have a lot of diversity, honestly, and, like, they've been, like, mixing with, like, new elements into, like, you know, their band and stuff. I will say I do not really care for the latest, what is it? The latest features that they've been in. They are bad, but the newest single that they came out with, love it. The features that they're in this last year or so, they're not that great. So.
Well, alright then. Favorite song by them?
My favorite song
Yep, from them.
from them, mine would be Alligator's Blood.
Go figure.
Okay.
Alright, my number 3 is probably one of the most hated on bands of all time, but I don't care. I love this band. I will defend them forever. It's Nickelback. I
Oh my God.
love Nickelback. I counted up on my phone,
Okay.
on my Spotify playlist. They are second to only one other band on my list for most amount of songs that I have from one band.
Okay, like, they're not, I wouldn't say I hate them. I would say that some of their songs are very cringeworthy.
Some, yeah, but I like a good portion of their songs, so. If everyone tried,
Acceptable.
or if everyone cared, is really good. It is a far departure from what they normally do. And then, of course, you know, there's Photograph, which everyone likes to meme.
That's, like, one of the best hot memes ever, though.
Look at this graph.
Okay.
Yeah, but I had to pick my favorite Nickelback song. Probably This Means War. Or Edge of Revolution. No, Edge of Revolution.
Nice.
You're number 2.
My number 2, oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, nobody has any idea how excited I am to see this band live in concert, besides my boyfriend, because I literally talk about them probably, like, maybe 25% of the time when we hang out and stuff. My number 2 is Motionless in White.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they're not number 1, but I have a feeling I know who
Oh
number
no,
1
my
is.
number 1,
Yeah.
my number 1 cannot be outbeaten by anybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They cannot. But Motionless in White, I am going to go see them in concert, and they have Ice Nine Kills with them, which is amazing too. They're a very amazing band. They do songs about horror movies, and I'm like, girl, yes. And then, like, they're touring with Black Veiled Brides, but I don't really care for Black Veiled Brides. They're very meh, in my opinion. But Motionless in White, I love all their songs. I love this last album they came out with. Like, I love all their songs. It's just very amazing. Just like how Bring Me the Horizon is. I cannot, like, tell you, like, I cannot pick an album, you know, and be like, oh, this is horrible. No, I love all of them.
Alright then.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 is the band with the most songs on my playlist. In fact, I have an entire playlist dedicated just to them. It's AC/DC.
Very good. Very good.
I can't really explain why. I don't know. I was not really raised, I was not raised a rock music fan. I kind of came into it in middle school, and my father liked rock and kind of guided me along the way, and this was one of the bands that pretty much stuck throughout, you know, 3 Days Grace, Shinedown, all these other ones they came and passed through, but AC/DC and Nickelback have been like the two that have stuck with me throughout my journey. So, yeah. If I had to pick my favorite song, it's probably Razor's Edge. Review your previous 4 before saying your number 1, Miss Shear.
Okay. Number 5, A Day to Remember. Number 4, Blink-182. Number 3, Bring Me the Horizon. And number 2, Motionless in White. And my number 1 that can never be replaced by anyone. Ever. No band could ever come to the spot that I hold this band to. It is Lincoln Park. Lincoln, I can't explain what love I have for this band, even though, like, there isn't a band anymore because of the tragic loss of Chester Bennington. But the music still lives on through the fans that they have, us hardcore fans, and it's just, I grew up on Lincoln Park ever since, like, I was a child. So they've been around for pretty much all my life that I've been listening to them. So that is why they're my number one.
Fair enough reason. My previous four. Number 5, the Zac Brown Band. Number 4, Sabaton. Number 3, Nickelback. Number 2, AC/DC. And number 1... Any guesses? It's a country band.
Mm-hmm.
Got any guesses?
Do I have any guesses?
Yep.
Country band. Is it old band?
They are old, yes.
No idea.
It's Leonard Skinner.
Huh.
I don't know. It's hard to explain, but to quote a country song called "Blame It on Waylon," blame it on my mama, blame it on my mama, because blame it on my mom, because she got me hooked with "Give Me 3 Steps" by Leonard Skinner, which then turned to "Saturday Night Special" by Leonard Skinner, then Sweet Home Alabama, finally to Freebird, and then, as I've gotten older, I've appreciated Simple Man, and so on and so forth. Leonard Skinner has probably 5 of my top 20 favorite songs of all time. So,
I literally had to, like, look up what genre they were in because I didn't think they were, like, country,
Southern
in my opinion. It says Southern rock, country rock, or blues rock.
Yeah.
Or hard rock. So, it made me sit there and think, because I was like, wait, are they really?
Let me put it this way. They are in the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville. Therefore, they are country.
Good enough example.
Yep. And I can't wait for me and Ben's trip to Knoxville because I know where we're stopping on the way back. Making a pit stop in Nashville again. So yeah, there you go. There's the top 5 favorite bands. Now the rest of the show will be Maisie just talking about what she wants to talk about.
Wait, what?
Yep.
I don't know what to talk about.
Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Talk about your day. Talk about your week.
Oh, my week? My day has been okay. It rained today. Oh my god. Rainy weather is the best weather ever. And then I got home, and it kind of just went from there. Which usually doesn't sound right, because your day should get better when you get home from work instead of the opposite. But the rest of my week, I am off on Friday. Yay, because I'm going down to St. Louis to go see a concert again. This will be...
Is it the same one that you just saw?
The same one that I just saw.
Yeah, you were just at a concert.
No, why would I go to the same concert twice?
I don't know. There are people who do that.
People who do that?
Yeah,
you are not just weird, you're bizarre, so.
Oh, Jesus.
That's very bizarre because, like, they're gonna have, like, the same lineup unless they change their opening act, which, like, they sometimes do, but that's, like, halfway through the tour. No, the concert I went to this last weekend was Sleeping with Sirens, and this was their last concert on the tour before their festivals that they have to go to, so.
And the
yes.
one you're going to Friday is...
Huh?
Who are you going to see Friday?
Oh, so Friday we're going to go see Dance Gavin Dance.
Of course.
Yes. It's my boyfriend's favorite band, besides Linkin Park. We both like Linkin Park a lot, but that's one of his top favorite bands. I do enjoy their music. They're they just came out with an album, and it's really good. Highly recommend "Swallowed by Eternity" by them. It's so good. Yeah, and we're going down there with friends too, and we're meeting up with friends down there as well. It's gonna be super amazing, you know.
Yeah, sounds
And
like it.
then after,
I said, sounds like it.
yeah, and like the next day Saturday, so like I could actually get messed up at a concert for once. And then we literally come back on Saturday, and the next day after, and then this following Sunday, we have another concert, which is A Day to Remember, and they have Beartooth with them, which is going to be really good too.
All right.
Yeah, and then after that, I sit and wait until my Motionless in White concert comes.
Yeah, you're waiting a while on that one.
Yeah, it's not until the 16th of September.
You're waiting about as long for that as me and Ben are for Mizzou versus Kansas State.
Yeah.
Which you can hear more about that on Earning Our Stripes, which happens, I think, now every Thursday. Not positive anymore. Our schedule's been kind of messed up. Sorry to cut you off, but that was a perfect plug right there.
Oh, no, it's good. It's all good. Yeah, I'm basically waiting a month until that concert.
Yep.
And then I also have to buy tickets for another concert.
And which concert would that be?
It will be the I Prevail and Pierce the Veil.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of emo bands.
Yes. You are the emo that listens to Screamo, so.
Yes, I am.
You seem very proud
But
of that.
I am, actually. Like, I used to be very, like, I don't know, in high school, I would not have, like, you know, really shown myself out, like you know, like this.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, once you get out of high school, you're like, damn, none of that mattered. I could have been myself and really still wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, life lesson to everyone. Be yourself, even in high school, because high school doesn't mean crap after you graduate.
But at the same time, as Bowling for Soup famously said, high school never ends.
How I take that song into, though, is like how the media is.
No, I just take it as daily life.
Well, I was like how like they always say like in the song like how people care about who's wearing this and who's doing what. I feel like has to do with a lot of the media because the only people that keep up with that is people who work for the media.
And just other people in general.
Yeah. And if you're obsessed with people like that, my friend, you need help.
My brother in Christ, seek help.
Yeah, you need to seek help because there's far more better things out there to be taking up your time than obsessing over people. Like, find a hobby.
Listen to our podcasts, all the ones that we do.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
only do 4 a week.
Yeah. Oh, also, I have a question. Did you get any response?
What do you mean?
Because like in my last podcast, y'all, if you're listening, I talked about cryptid stuff. So I was curious if anyone was like very curious on like cryptid things that are in the United States. You know, like things like Bigfoot, for example,
I mean,
things like those.
That's right up my alley. So.
Well, I was asking like as if like did you receive any feedback from the last podcast? Because I like asked if I should probably talk about it in the podcast
as in the most recent one that you've sent to me.
Yes,
that has not gone out yet.
Oh,
so
well.
that will go out Thursday. I do a week. Waiting a week before they go out because I have to censor a lot of the stuff that you say.
Oh. Hey.
So.
I'm just honest.
I know, but still, we don't need to be calling people the C word. Or getting very political.
Okay. Well, okay. You know, the C word in the UK is very common to use. I feel like in America...
I don't disagree.
However, I feel like in America, we should not look down upon it. It is just another word.
Again, I don't disagree. However,
some people do get offended.
Yep, that's why I gotta censor it.
What? It's like, you know what? I don't even care. But yeah. I wanted to see if people were interested in stuff like that because that is weird and abnormal and stuff like that. And that goes great with the podcast I do. Weird things that go on in the world today.
Oh, it's most certainly weird. And the podcast you do is a lot of weird stuff.
Yes, and I can't wait to talk about my favorite cryptid ever, Mothman.
Oh yes, hail the Mothman.
I love the Mothman stuff. It's amazing. It's like by far one of like the best memed cryptids out there.
How dare you disgrace Mothman like that?
What do you mean?
Who disgraces the Mothman by calling him a meme? Mothman should have your head for this.
Mothman is a meme, though. Like, a lot of people use Mothman as a meme.
Mothman is the greatest of all time.
You know what? I feel like, I feel like somebody already has this out there somewhere, but I feel like Mothman itself could be like a religion.
It is out there.
It is?
Yep.
Kind of like, like the flying spaghetti monster.
Hey. We don't want to start a war with them, okay?
No, I'm just saying, like, it could be a religion, just like how that's a religion, you know?
Yeah. Or Cthulhu. Cthulhu is a religion.
I don't.
I
I
feel
don't
like
think I've ever...
you kind of give off the vibe that you worship Cthulhu.
Me?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know. You just do.
I don't even know what Cthulhu is.
Oh, God. Here come the people in the comments.
Sorry. It's not one of the many cryptids I've looked into.
Look it up after we're done
I guess
recording.
I'll look it up.
After we're done recording.
Oh.
But you could talk about it on CSP. But unfortunately, Maisie, it is time. That is all the time that we have.
Oh. Meh.
For this segment, as we're going to throw it to me, Ben, and Tommy with sports news.
Sports news.
Thanks, past me. You're very skinny. All right, we're back here with Maisie. Maisie, you have anything else you would like to talk about for a little bit here? Because this is basically your show now.
Sorry, I have like this fly that keeps flying in front of me, bugging me. Go away. How did you miss that? How did you miss biting a fly? Dogs.
Nothing else that you want to talk about?
I'm trying here.
I know you are.
Brain cells are pumping up in there.
All three of them.
Ew. Shit. Yep.
Okay. So, this hasn't come out yet. However, this will be on the podcast feed for everyone to listen to. We did the B-card draft. We talked about it a little bit with me, Ben, and Tommy already. And the question was asked by Mr. Haley. How high are you? Or how high were you for that draft?
Just the right amount.
And that is?
I don't know. You know, everyone's different. People can only handle one hit. Some people can handle 2 hits. Some even 5 to 10. I don't know.
Well, that actually brings it excellent, because I do have some Q&A questions here that we haven't used for a while, and several of them are for you, so I will pull that up for you. And we'll just do Macy's final Q&A. First question. From a mutual friend of ours. I will not disclose that person's name.
Is that person I know?
I said a mutual friend of ours.
Oh, okay.
So you know, yes, I hope so, you know this person. Hey Macy.
Hey.
Do you plan on getting plastered again this upcoming New Year's like you did the last few?
I only got plastered that one New Year's. Last New Year's, I didn't get plastered. I went and saw the latest Spider-Man that came out that year with my boyfriend. And then we went back and watched YouTube videos.
Is that all that you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question from a very creepy fan. That's his name that he sent it as, so. Hey Macy, have you ever tried bath salts?
No, because those are illegal and they're very nasty to your skin. Yeah, they make you do bad things.
Alright, another one along the same lines. Macy, have you ever done meth?
No. Why would I sit there and be like, yeah, I want to do meth? Have you seen the people who do meth? I'm good.
I actually know who this person is. You don't. Hey, Macy, have you ever tried K2?
No, because when I was in middle school, I went to a very I don't want to say ghetto because it wasn't ghetto. It just was not very in a good area, but not too super bad. I don't know. Anyways, when I was in middle school, someone who smoked, guys, said that K2 is mixed with rat poison, and they don't do anything that's mixed with stuff that's in our body. So,
All right. Macy, what is your favorite alcohol?
I don't know. I don't drink a whole lot, so.
All right.
I mean, I can tell you one thing, it's not vodka, because that's, basic B words.
You can say that word. Tommy dropped 5 F-bombs, so you're fine.
Yeah, you're a basic bitch if you're yeah, vodka's my favorite alcohol. You're basic.
No, basic is White Claw. Speaking of, Macy, what's your favorite flavor of White Claw?
I don't drink White Claw. Next question.
Macy, have you ever been arrested? Oh, no, I read that wrong. Oh, God, okay. No, that's way worse.
Well, in case anyone was wondering, no, I have not been arrested.
Okay, the actual question was, hey, Macy, have you ever been
No,
in
I
handcuffs?
don't want to know.
The actual one was, hey, Macy, have you ever been in handcuffs?
Handcuffs? I feel like if you're already in handcuffs, you're going to be arrested.
I don't think that's what they were implying.
Oh. Well, that's what I thought.
Well, pretty sure that's not what they were implying. Hey, Macy, because since Brock won't tell us what he does for a living, can you tell us? No.
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 That's none of my business. And that is, private, personal stuff. No one should ever know where we work at or what we do.
Well, that's funny, because this next question. Hey, Macy, why is it that everyone else has told us what their job is, but Brock won't tell us?
I think I told people what I do.
You have. You've told them.
I have.
Yeah. Tommy's
my
told
God,
them. Ben's told them. You've told them. I'm the only one that hasn't. So
for legal purposes, I cannot disclose that.
for legal reasons, we cannot say. Which,
yeah.
God, if they actually knew what it was, that makes it even funnier, that joke.
I know.
Sorry. Next question. Macy, which band do you prefer, Motley Crue or Papa Roach? I haven't seen these two. I haven't seen these two as the either-or questions before.
Really? I don't know if, I can pick between them. I definitely know which one I would pick, but they're also not really in the same genre, so
exactly.
I don't really feel it's... I don't really feel like it's a very fair pick for me to do. Motley Crue is great and all, they've set, some pretty, they helped inspire what music is today and stuff, and they've helped inspire people to keep playing the music that they made,
Yep.
So, in my honest opinion, I don't listen to a whole lot of Motley Crue, but I'm not saying they're horrible. It's just, I would probably pick Papa Roach, but they are in two completely different rock genres, so.
Another, would you rather Papa John's or Pizza Hut?
So TMI, but Pizza Hut makes my tummy upset. Like, really bad.
That's not TMI. TMI would be like, it gives me explosive diarrhea. I'm on the toilet for 7
Well,
hours.
it gives me the shits, bro.
There
Like,
you
it
go.
really gives me the shits. So, I would have to go with Papa John's.
All right.
And I also would have to go with Papa John's because Papa John's has some fire-ass jalapenos. So.
All right. Another one. Macy, Halloween or Day of the Dead as your favorite holiday? Well, I think that's pretty obvious.
Even though I grew up in New Mexico, Dias de los Muertos is a very celebrated holiday down there. But as being a
The resident
white
spooky
child,
bitch.
being a white child, I did not really get to experience that holiday a whole lot, besides for what we did in class and stuff. So I would have to say Halloween, even though I think Dias de los Muertos is a very awesome cultural holiday where the people give remembrance to the dead and celebrate the dead and the lives that they lived. It is very heartwarming and touching.
Oh, wow. This person has an excellent elephant memory. Hey, Macy, when are you going to pay up on the bet for losing picks for the playoffs by picking the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl? Brock and Tommy at least got one of the teams correct to go to the Super Bowl. Why haven't you served your punishment yet? I don't even remember what the punishment was.
I don't either. So how about your elephant brain ass tell me what the fucking punishment was? Yeah.
Oh, you had to... Oh,
how about them apples?
Oh, I remember what it was. You had to be on camera and say Tom Brady's the best quarterback.
Was it? Okay.
Or, no, that was Tom... No, that was my punishment. Your punishment was wearing a Dak Prescott jersey. I'm looking through the old notes that we have here for shows.
Oh, okay.
So you had to wear a Dak Prescott jersey and say, "Go, how about them Cowboys?"
I would rather do that than ever speak of Tom Brady in a good way.
Well, those are the options, so... Anyway, final question here. Macy, where have you been? This is from a while ago. Macy, where have you been these past few weeks? We've missed you on the podcast.
On this podcast or my podcast?
I'm
Because,
guessing
I'll
just in
tell
general,
you.
because I'm not done yet. It says, Brock is fine and Ben's insightful. However, Tommy is very grating on our ears.
Oh. Okay.
Damn.
Well,
Damn!
well, I'll tell you where I've been. I've been out there, living life, going west, mining for gold. I don't know. No.
So you're stealing my gimmick here. No, that is
no.
not what I do for a living.
Oh, the mining gold thing.
Yeah. Because you know there's going to be somebody like, oh, he just revealed it. No.
No. As said legal purposes, it cannot be revealed. You think we're going to give it up that easy?
Yeah, come on.
Anyways, I've been super busy with my life. Just getting back into school after not being in school for 2 years has been kind of like very stressful and rough. So like I can't do a whole lot of stuff all at once. I am human, you know. And then at work, one of these weeks, people did have some contact with people being positive for COVID. So I literally was the only person at my job for like a couple of days who knew how to do the job. So, yeah. Next question.
I have a lot of the ones here that are for like me and Tommy or me and Ben or Ben and Tommy. Okay. No. That's a Tommy question. No, another Tommy question. A lot of questions of just can we get a Ben and OnlyFans? A lot of those. Jesus Christ.
Do these people even know what Ben looks like?
No, they know what he looks like. They just want him to have an OnlyFans.
They want them foot pics, bro.
I guess. I don't know. Now you just started something because there was already the guy that was sending messages all the time. Can I get Macy's feet? Can I get pictures of Macy's feet and stuff like that?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I have some ugly ass feet. So, at any possible cost and times of my life, I will wear socks. I do not like showing my feet. I even wear socks with sandals. That's how much I hate my feet.
There you go. That one random dude that always wanted to know if he could see Macy's feet, there's your answer.
I have, like, men feet, okay? They're not hairy or anything. They're just, like, not cute looking.
And Macy's final podcast might be her best. Oh, good lord. You're making me roll, girl. You're making me roll.
Me?
Yep.
Oh.
Some of the stuff that you're saying this week.
Well, I'll have more when I talk about these cryptids.
Oh, will you?
Yeah. Because, like, that's, like, the weird oddity stuff that, like, I like, you know? Like, sitting there being like, a man, half moth, takes flight to the sky, has bulging either red eyes, like almost ruby color eyes, or they are these bright yellow eyes, you know? And, like, he's fast enough to even keep up with a car, you know? That's just...
Yeah.
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 Bachman.
So, I have it on here. When you made your debut on the podcast, do you have any ideas when it was?
It was...
Either episode or date.
Episode or 8?
Episode or date.
Oh, episode or date. Okay. I feel like it was episode... I want to say around 15, so I'll just say 15.
Episode number 17, October 20th, 2021.
Dang, that's just how good I am. I was 2 off, bro.
Yep. That is when you started the podcast, and we started doing top 5s on November 10th. So 3 episodes later. And you and Tommy fought a lot.
That's because we were in person.
I know. How long ago was that? Good lord.
That was forever ago. And then Tommy didn't want to hang out and have dinner.
Yep.
Hmm.
It's time to close out your final show.
Oh.
Yeah. Time's upon us.
Well, I feel like I kind of like closed it out in the first part of all this, you know?
I know, but... Now,
You know what? I got a better one.
Oh,
a better one. And it's from a movie. Everyone's gonna love it.
Oh,
and if you don't know what this movie is, you're uncultured, okay? Me. Okay. So long, farewell, RV. Say goodbye. Uh.
That's it.
The sound of that's all I know of that song.
Oh
I can't sing it
God.
word for word.
Ugh.
The only other song that I know from that movie is Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do, and it's like do a deer female. Yeah, you guys know. I'm not gonna sing all the rest of it. Okay, that's too much.
All right.
But yes, what?
I said all right.
All right.
It is now time for Maisie to say goodbye.
Okay, I say goodbye. Adieu. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. It was a wonderful time. Don't forget me. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
really? You're busting that out?
Ah. Yeah. I got a lot piled up in here.
I bet.
Anyways. Goodbye, everybody. I would say it was nice knowing y'all, but it wasn't nice. No, it was nice. It was nice meeting all you folks out there and y'all having questions, y'all who are weirdos. Absolute, actual weirdos in the world, like creeps. Anyways, it's been fun. It's been real. It hasn't been real fun. Maybe it has. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know. I'll keep that between me and myself and I. But hey, I made it this far. And football shows all you guys.
And football.
Shows all you guys out there how much football a woman can know and what good opinions they have in football. Anyway, goodbye, everybody. You shall be missed. And for one last time, unless you're listening to me on CSP, peace out, Girl Scouts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Maisie Shear has left the building. Thank you for turning in to this edition of Big Time Talkers. Maisie is not gone. She is still doing CSP. You can catch her doing CSP on the YouTube channel and perhaps a special episode going up this week. The one that she was talking about with the cryptids, because y'all seem to really like her episodes. If you can't get enough of her Twitter account is @_Maisie, or is Maisie_Shear. Go follow her over there. Follow her on Facebook. It's literally just Maisie Shear. As for me, Ben, and Tommy just had a new episode of We Are Not Entertained go up. It's his first one in over 2 weeks. Go give that one a look out. Me and Ben will be doing Earning Our Stripes at some point here in the upcoming week or so as we get ready for Mizzou's first home game, the first game overall, as they get ready to take on the Bulldogs from Louisiana Tech. Also, coming your way on the podcast feed, which is where you're listening to this, or on YouTube, we will have the B-Card Draft Spectacular. That's right, we have the picks from the BCFFL Draft and the analysis and breakdowns. You get to hear what it was like with all those picks going on the draft. We thank everyone that turned out for that, as we had all of the spots filled for the draft, and it was a lot of fun. Mr. Tommy Haley can be found at dude_Rex on Twitter. Mr. Benjamin Duncan can be found at EliteTigerSpore1 on Twitter. I can be found at Brock Gorton 99 on Twitter. And Card Entertainment can be found on Twitter at BCardYT. Thank you for tuning in, and until the B-Card Draft Spectacular, I've been Brock Gorton. Have a wonderful rest of your week, folks.